Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Cimnanya. If this is your first time of coming across this channel, sweetheart, kindly smash the subscribe button, turn on the notification so you get notified each time I upload, and please give this video a thumb up. I appreciate you all so much, and I want to say a very big shout out to every one of you for supporting my backup channel and always coming through for me. You all are super awesome. Thank you all so much. So today we'll be checking out something because I saw this and I spoke to my friend, like we were together when I saw this, and he was like, let me tell you something. Do not think that white people are ever gonna stop doing what they are doing to black people. This was his exact words. And I looked at him, I was like, Okay, so let's get into this video. It's actually about a young man who spit on a cop in Texas and got 70 years. 70 years. And at the other hand, a man who crushed a cop during a riot, who killed, got 7.5 years. And I am asking how the other one's part on somebody. I do not condone any violence of any type, any bullying or any harassment. I do not condone that. Right? Is he wrong? He is wrong for spitting on somebody's face. Right? But how is this mathing? Because it is not mathing. 70 years for not killing somebody and 7.5 years for killing somebody. Make it make sense, because I need to get it, because I don't understand. Stay glued to the screen. Let me roll this clip. We'll come back to talk about it, and let me know what you all got to say about this. So straight up, let me roll the clip.
Meanwhile, in the wonderful Longhorn state of Texas, where the Texas criminal justice system is a damn joke, black man gets 70 years for damn near spitting on police officers. But don't believe me, just watch. Press play.
70 years in prison for a Lubbock man found guilty of spitting at Lubbock police. A jury handed that verdict down to this man, 36-year-old Larry Pearson, today. He was found guilty on 2 counts of harassment of a public servant for spitting at the officers. Pearson was arrested in May 2022 for a domestic violence incident. As he was being taken to jail, Pearson started kicking the doors of the officer's vehicle. When an officer opened the door to tell him to stop, Pearson spit at both of them and continued spitting at them until he got to jail. Pearson also had prior convictions of aggravated robbery and continuous family violence. Due to those convictions, the minimum sentence Pearson could have received would have been 25 years.
Now, don't y'all miss this. This wasn't about the victim in this case, you know, the one who was abused and physically assaulted. This was all about officers being spit on by a black man. Because apparently in this country, there is nothing worse that could ever happen to a police officer. Now, don't get me wrong, y'all. I know spitting is demeaning on every level, and Mr. Pearson needs to be held to the letter of the law, period. And most certainly he will be. But hell, I watch ID all the time, and I see stories where people get away with less time for manslaughter and killing somebody. Hell, the January 6ers, they didn't even get this much time when they tried to overthrow democracy. Oh, and to make things even sweeter, the prosecutor asked the jury in this case to consider a sentence that would send a message to Mr. Pearson and society. Hell, y'all do that every damn day when it comes to black and brown folk. And how many times we got to tell y'all there are 2 justice systems in this country, one for black folk and one for whites. Case in point, here we have Daniel Perry, a white former U.S. Army sergeant who was found guilty by a jury of killing a white Black Lives Matter protester. Now, Perry openly talked about killing protesters and Muslims and expressed white supremacist views and even admitted to being a damn racist. But here we have Governor Greg Asinine Abbott, who wants to pardon him, and Fix News wants to free him as well. Oh, what it looks like when all the races come together. Black man gets 70 years for spitting, while Governor Greg Abbott wants to free a convicted racist murderer. Sounds about white to me, and those would be facts on top of facts. Carry on.
You know what? I have actually questioned like several times the American justice, system, because sometimes I feel like it is not justicing. You know, I have been asking a lot of questions. Why is it that when it comes to see, I want you all to know that I am not in support of anybody speaking on anybody. I am not in support of that. It is demeaning, like you heard that man said. I am not in support of that, but I am asking 70 years for spitting on somebody's face. But the people that actually did crime, nothing is going on. You know what? Let's get into other videos and see what people are like, how people are reacting to this. And then we'll also come back to talk about it. So here we go.
So this black man was sentenced to 70 years for spitting on a police officer in Texas. And this thick piece of cornstarch was sentenced to 7.5 years for crushing a police officer during the January 6th riots. Now let's get one thing straight. These guys are both problematic, as this guy was originally being arrested on a domestic violence call. However, the prosecutor in this black man's case told the jury to send a direct message to the suspect and society with their sentencing. And with that, I now ask you, what message does this white man's sentence that was handed to him by a Trump-appointed judge send to him and society? Because the only message that this member of society received was that as long as you have the complexion for protection, you can do whatever the fuck you want in this country, just as long as your values align with the values that this system was built on.
They say everything is bigger in Texas. I guess they mean prison sentences too, because Larry Pearson from Texas was sentenced to 70 years for spitting at a police officer. He was arrested initially for a domestic violence dispute. They said that he had a gun on him. It turned out to be an airsoft gun. So Larry Pearson was taken to custody. He was very upset at the fact that the other party was not arrested as well, began kicking the police car. And when the police officers came to check on him, he was spitting at the officers. Prosecutors asked the jury to send a message and come up with a sentence that is good enough for the punishment. So they came up with 70 years. You don't even get that much time for murder. So I really do believe that this sentence was overkill.
I have the same view with this young man and other people that spoke, because I don't get it. Make this make sense, because for me, it really does not make any sense. And like I said, I do not condone anything violence. I do not, but this is overkilling. Let me know what you all think in the comment section, because this is where I am gonna draw the curtain. Thank you so much for all the support, and see you all in my next video. Bye for now.